I've got my little cup of Epodex resin, and I'm going to pour it. What are we working with here? If some of you have been following along, it is the filling of this two cavities that I dug out where the resin had not properly hardened. So I've mixed up a new little batch here, and by little I really mean little. It's a total of about 15, 16 grams of resin, and it's mixed at a ratio of about 2 to 1. So it's 2 to 1 the resin and 1 part the hardener that polymerizes. It's basically the cross-linker system package. And then I add a blue dye. The other thing that's critical is properly mixing the hardener into the resin. And you can see this when you first pour them in. So I did the resin, added the resin first, then added the hardener, and I measured it out on an electronic balance. Since I'm using such small quantities, easy to do it weight wise. You can do it volume wise. They provide you, Epodex, the resin I'm using, they provide you with the containers. If you're doing big pours like a river table or something like that, then it has a container like this that you can use, and they provide you with some other tools. It's pretty good kit they provide, even a couple of little box cutter knives, and yeah, it comes all together. All right, here we go. Need somewhere to put my this. Got some scraps of wood here. Put my stir stick. Let's start with this one. And I actually want not only I'm going to use all of this up, so it's going to be poured on the surface on this part here. I don't mind excess because I'm going to spread it. My stir stick, and I'm going to do this because I want to use the extra on all of the surface. This will get sanded off. Boone says hi. Welcome to the channel. It's not splitting wood here today. You'll see my channel's got a theme of wood splitting, firewood processing, but I do a lot of different stuff around here. And we got the wood more or less put up in the woodshed. And this is the third table. It's a little bedside table that I'm going to have wrought iron legs fastened to the bottom of this. But I really like the way the resin looks when it penetrates the wood fiber. It tightens it up when it cures. And I mean, it's like a shellac, I guess. I'm just using the stick. I really should use a brush. But then the brush has to be cleaned. If you want to use it again. And since this is not the final finish by any stretch, I'll probably have to come back because you see these grooves here that I just filled with the epoxy may need a little bit more. But it looks okay. The reason I had to grind them out because when I filled these two grooves here, this one and this one, the epoxy didn't harden properly. So it was just still like a rubber consistency after 14 days. So I gouged it out using this on the end of a drill, and it worked great. Actually, what I really like about it is that it's now showing a little bit of the wood, because before this was kind of just sort of rotten wood within the heartwood of the tree. This is beech wood, by the way. And you could not see the grain of the wood. All you could see was the darkened black wood. I should have taken more of it out to make it easier for me and then avoid any issues with bonding of the resin. But you know, you live and you learn as you go. But it's coming along slow. Get this corner here. No, the fumes are not getting to me there, Dave. 3 nonsense. Actually, there are no fumes with the final mix. When you open the hardener, it has an ammonia smell right out of the bottle. But when it's mixed, there's nothing. And I'm in a workspace here that I have a big door that's open, a big sliding door. So there's no fumes in here that are apparent. And yes, you should use this stuff with good ventilation wherever you're at. That's for sure. Got a drop that fell here. Make that level. You see that? So what I'm going to do here is prop that up with a screwdriver. That's better. There. And that's it for now. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for stopping by. And somebody C3UT don't recognize the language there. Maybe it's Far East Europe, something like that. It looks like it. Eastern European. That's it. So now it's basically just like watching paint dry. Looks good, doesn't it? Actually, I should use a brush just to move it around. Yeah, then I gotta clean the brush. I think what I'm gonna do is let this harden because I have these two grooves here, that one and that one. And then I'll come back later, add a little bit more, paint it on the surface and then on the sides, and then that'll be the last coat before the sanding and final finish. But you can see in my shorts archive some of the other things I've done with this resin. I made a knife block. And there, that was kind of an interesting one because it was taking a piece of wood like this slab beech, and then running slots this way for knives to go in the side. And then I put it in a bath of the resin so that I was using on the top surface here, a layer of resin about that thick to hold the knives in place. It's a vertical knife holder. You can find that one in my shorts archive. You can go check it out. I think it was 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Chen Krala, 123, laughing. The comments are funny sometimes. I never know the context of what people are thinking. They just stroll in and are like, I'm going to laugh. Send me a like. Send me some gifts. Why not? I'm working here. I'm earning my my keep here on YouTube. Trying to anyway, my side gig. These are some of the little woodworking bits that I've been given as a gift from my son, actually, and just started using them. And that's what's in this drill here that I did the slot here. Worked pretty good. So I have a little bit of leftover resin, as you can see here. And what I'll do is I just leave it in here. We're not talking big quantities, just a few grams. I leave it in here with a stick, and then it cures within 24 hours, not fully 100%, but mostly. And then I just pull the stick out with the hardened resin because it doesn't adhere to the I think it's polypropylene container. Cool, huh? And this is my setup. It's best to do this in a dust-free environment if you can, using this stuff. But you're working here with a professional, folks. Real professional. What I do is I just try my hardest not to stir up the dust when I'm working. So I try to keep the chickens out of the shop. Jack is allowed in because he usually just sits over there quietly on the side. And I don't run the fan, obviously. Mama are something, yeah. Oh, I don't even know what the handles are. Sometimes says hi. Hey, Mama. Thanks for coming in. And thank you for all the likes. Look at that. I went from like 8 to 16, doubled the likes here in a matter of minutes. Appreciate y'all a lot. And the little high, I think that's like a high five, right? Thank you from Mama. Much appreciated. Yeah, this is, I've always got something a little bit different whenever I come out here in the shop. And yesterday I was doing some tree limbing and I like my chainsaws to be running when I come out here and use them. So I did a little bit of chainsaw maintenance there on one of them this morning. And this is the next live stream project, I think. It's that guy. And it's rebuilding, taking that engine block off and putting a new one in, which is right here. All ready. But that's for another day. So today was just working on this. This project has been going for, it's probably 2 months now. And I wanted it to be done in late June. Couldn't get it done. Now we're into August, still not done, but then I had this setback with the resin not hardening. So back to square one, sort of. That's the way it goes sometimes. But thank you everybody for joining. It's almost lunchtime here, and I'm gonna clean up a few things, and I hope to see you back again on the next one. So peace out, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you for the likes. Check out my channel, and bye-bye for now.